Hey guys, welcome to my channel among.stouts. If you're new here, my name is Samantha. I'm a homeschooling stay-at-home mom of 4 kiddos, soon to be 5. And today I am going to be doing a Q&A. It's been a really long time since I've done one of these, and I had a post up on Instagram and here on YouTube. So I have a few questions that I'm going to go ahead and answer for you guys today in this video. Thank you guys so much for participating. It would be really awkward if none of you guys asked me any questions, so I'm glad that you did. And so yeah, I'm really excited to be filming this video for you guys. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the first question that I got from a couple of you guys is, when is the baby due? So I am currently 38 weeks pregnant, and her estimated due date is January 17th. So with all of my other babies, I had them between 37 and 38 weeks pregnant. And I'm in my 38th week right now. So we'll see if she is just like all of her other siblings, or if she's going to be different and come later. We are all ready for her to be here, especially me. So we will see, and I can't wait to let you guys know when she's here. And then the next question that I got is about Challenge A. How has it gone for my son, and do I plan on keeping up with the program? So it's been going really well for my son. I was really nervous about even starting Challenge A with him. I think based off of like some of my friends who had kids in Challenge A before me, and seeing what the workload was and the things that they struggled with, it kind of turned me off a little bit. But we went ahead and put him in it, and he is doing really well. He enjoys, for the most part, all of the subjects he's really been enjoying. He's absolutely loved the cartography and learning to draw the world and working on that from memory. He's really been into that. He randomly, which was really surprising to me and to a lot of other people, loves and is really good at Latin. So as far as where my son goes, yes, we are going to continue a challenge. He's going to finish out his Challenge A year, go right into Challenge B, and our plan is for him to continue through high school as well, as long as it continues to be a good fit. Before we made the decision to move forward with Challenge A, my husband and I didn't make that decision on our own. We actually asked for his input because I was heavily on the no side at first, but he wanted to do it. So we're going to, while the plan is for him to keep going through the challenge program, it's just something that we're going to evaluate every year, kind of like I do with CC in general. Kind of like I do at the end of every year and the start of every new school year, we reevaluate whether or not CC is still a good fit for our family or not. So those, I have another question about CC. Let me find it really quickly. Are you still doing CC? So I think I kind of answered that. Yes, we are still doing CC. We are in cycle 2 this year, and the plan is for us to also do it next year. I had considered taking a break from CC next year. Actually, I considered taking this year off, but we went ahead and did it, and I'm glad we did. And so the plan is for us to do it again next year, unless I decide to take a break. But we really do love our CC community. We love the CC memory work. We love having that foundation, especially for the history and the science. It gives us a really good foundation of what we're learning or memorizing, and then we can just build off of that based off what we're interested in. So we don't go into detail every single week on every single science and history subject, but when something comes up that I myself or any of my kiddos are really interested in learning more about, then we have the opportunity to go on that rabbit trail and learn more about it. So that's what I really love about CC. Again, also our community is awesome, and if we were to ever not do it, I know that I myself would miss all of my friends, and I know my kids would miss all their friends. So CC has kind of just turned into, it's really funny because I didn't even want to do CC in the beginning. Like the model, I wasn't sure that it was a good fit for us, but this is our 3rd year and it seems to be working out really well. As far as like challenge for my next kiddo, so my son, like I just talked about, being in challenge and thriving, my next child to be in, she has one more year of essentials, and then she will be ready to go to challenge. And kind of like with my son, we'll evaluate it. She talks about it now as if she's interested, but I don't know that it's a good fit for her. The way that the challenge program is structured and based off her interests. And so it might look different for every kid in my family on whether or not they go all the way through high school with CC or not. I'm not hard and fast on that. It is really just dependent on each kid. But yes, we are still doing it. And I know once this baby's older, she's going to be in foundations as well. Okay, so I'm losing light quickly, so I'm messing around with my settings to make sure it doesn't look too bad. Okay, so the next question that I got is an update on the house. So like I mentioned in my life update video, we are obviously living in the house. You can probably see up there, like there's still parts of our bedroom wall that needs to be painted. The top parts of all of the where the wall meets the ceiling still needs to be touched up and painted. We have only a couple of rooms with baseboards in, so all of the baseboards need to be put in. We have all of the doors up. Bathrooms are completely finished. Kitchen is just about completely finished. We need to add the toe kicks at the bottom of the cabinets and the cabinet pulls, and then it'll be completely finished. And then let's see, finish baseboards, finish touch-up paint, and then all the doors are in, but the door frames are not. So like this here is going to be a barn door, so my husband has to frame it out first and then add all of the barn door stuff, and then all of the rest of the doors need to be finished being framed and doorknobs put in. Bathrooms have the doorknobs and everything. Like I said, those 2 rooms are done completely. So there's still work to be done. And then our land is also a work in progress because we haven't got any animals on the land. So like it's super overgrown. Right now we need to buy either some animals or a ride-on lawnmower so that my husband can get out there and take care of it. But the immediate area, like the immediate acreage around our house is taken care of. It's just all the other stuff that's not really taken care of that well right now. Okay, and goals for this year. I actually just uploaded a 2023 goals video. So I'm just going to go ahead and link that for you guys, and y'all can go ahead and go check that out. Another question that I got is, what's something that you learned about yourself while homeschooling? I will say one of the things I learned about myself is I've always considered myself to be a very impatient person. But I've learned that with the help of God, I'm a lot more patient than I give myself credit for. I also have always been someone who likes structure and routine, but I didn't realize how much I need it and how necessary it is to me, and for like inner peace until homeschooling. I just cannot handle chaos and not knowing what's going on and not having like things put in place. So I think those are the 2 biggest things that I've learned about myself. Let's see, which pregnancy would you say was the easiest, least taxing on you? That would have to be actually I would say pregnancy number 1 was the easiest. I was obviously much younger in pregnancy number 1 than with any of my other kids, but I also was the least sick. I was only sick for like a week in my first trimester with him. I was like still super fit, young, so I didn't gain a whole lot of weight, didn't have a whole lot of like extra. I could rest when I needed to. I was in the military when I got pregnant with my son, but I got out, so at the end of my pregnancy I was able to just be home, and I was home by myself, and I could sleep when I wanted to sleep, do whatever I wanted to do, basically to finish out that pregnancy. So that one was really easy. But also, surprisingly enough, my next easiest pregnancy was number 4. His pregnancy, I was sicker than in my first, but I just felt really good the entire time. So 1 and 4, which are both my boys, were pretty easy pregnancies. My girls, they take a toll on me. My girl pregnancies were hard. Let's see, best piece of advice to give to a new mom. I'm not pregnant, just wondering. My best piece of advice is to not take everyone's advice seriously. Especially when you're a first-time mom. Everybody has input on almost everything. They have input on your pregnancy and your health and how you're doing. They have input on, what you're using for your baby, what you're not using for your baby, how you're feeding your baby, how you're not feeding your baby. They have just people want to give you unsolicited advice. So my best piece of advice is just to listen and take what you want, but don't think that you have to do anything that anyone is pressuring you to do. Your own mama instincts are going to kick in, and just do what's best for you and your baby. It's going to be different for every single mom. I have my preferences, and everyone's going to have their own preferences. So you're going to get so much input. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed in thinking that you have to please everyone by doing what they say or what they recommend. Take it in, listen, process through it, and then just do what's best for you and your baby. And, while you're pregnant, you'll figure out what's best for you. And then whenever your baby's born, you'll figure out what's best for you and your baby. So there's a lot of things that I do that I know is not traditional, especially for my family and how my family does things and a lot of my friends. But over the years, I've just grown to not care. And so when people tell me that I'm wrong because I co-sleep, or I'm wrong because I do this, or why do I do that, it really doesn't matter to me. I'm doing what is working best for me, my baby, and my family. And just always stay true to that and to yourself. Sorry guys, I'm losing all my light really quickly. Has your parenting style changed since having your first child, and if so, how? I don't think so. I think that me and my husband we kind of decided how we wanted to parent, and we try to stick to that. I think that there's some years, some days, some months where we're more lenient or more strict than we plan to be. And so I think on a case-by-case basis or day-by-day basis or whatever it is, whatever the situation is, our parenting styles will change just a little bit. But for the most part, how we decided to parent is how we still parent. If anything, the biggest change that has happened in our parenting has just that it's more Christ-centered. When me and my husband had our first son, neither one of us was saved. And that has been the biggest change in our lives, is finding Christ again and being in Him and having a relationship with God again. And that's really affected a lot of other small things that we do as parents, not necessarily how we discipline or anything like that, but the things that we allow in our home and don't allow. So I think those are the biggest changes. Let's see, what's the best thing about renovating your home and the worst thing? The best thing is the shopping part. It's shopping and picking out everything. The worst is the time. You have this goal, and when you want to get done, I need to turn on the light. Hold on. Okay, guys, I picked the most terrible time to start filming this video. I lost my good window light really quickly. So I'm so sorry about all the lighting changes and now this terrible room light, but I'm on the last question, so let's just get through it. Let's see, it was, what's the best thing about renovating your new home versus the worst thing? So like I was saying, the best thing about renovating is being able to pick and choose everything that you want in the house and to change it up to your style and things like that. And the worst thing is the time. You have this goal and your mindset on when you're going to be done with it, and when it just keeps it getting extended past that, it's kind of defeating. And then you want it, we wanted our house to be done before we got in the house, but we got in the house, it was just taking so long. We got in the house, and now we're still slowly working on projects over a year later. So I think that's the worst part of it. Especially when you're doing it yourself. If we had stuck with spending the money and using a contractor, that we still would have picked everything out and it would have gotten done a lot quicker. So there is that, there's some give and take there. You spend a whole lot more money using someone else to renovate for you, but it gets done quicker. I am glad that we went ahead and used someone for the bathrooms though, so that was really nice. So that was the last question. Let me double check. Yeah, that was the last question. Thank you guys so much for submitting these questions to me. I always love getting a chance to let you guys question me on things and get to know me better, because, you know, we are friends here on the internet. I am so sorry about the lighting, but I do hope that you guys enjoyed this Q&A and getting to know me a little bit more and getting some insights on parenting and pregnancy and things like that. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit the like. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!